then and it has to be something bigger than them. It can't just be you want to win or you want to be. That it has to mean something to them, and you got to make them feel like they're a part. We want everybody to be a part. So ultimately, it's kind of like a lot of them play, and some of them don't get to play on Fridays or whatever, but they're just as important to us, because they've worked hard and they're a part of the team and all that. So that's important to me. So I think getting them out of the hallways and just, it's constant, kids are kids. And, if you have that mindset, they just don't like football, then it's probably how you're going to be, So we just kind of look at it. We want to get as many kids as we can out. So.
All right, we're going to talk a lot more with the head coach of the Cabell Midland Knights, Luke Sammons, as we get it ready for round one of the West Virginia Class AAA playoffs. We'll break down South Charleston next, right here on 97.9 The River.
Patriot Meat Processing in Ona is your home for farm fresh meats and quality products. Stop in and purchase fresh cut and custom steaks, pork chops, burgers, sausage, roast, and more. Patriot Meat Processing offers custom processing for local farmers. Give your family the taste of freedom online at patriotmeatprocessing.com. Located at 2040 Pritchard Road in Ona. Give them a call, 304-743-9455. Patriot Meat Processing, proud supporters of Coach Sammons and the Cabell Midland High School football team.
A bank is not just for loans. We provide all kinds of financial services. Innovative, state-of-the-art online and mobile banking technology, business banking, checking, savings, and investing. We can provide loans at some of the lowest rates possible. Stop by or give us a call. We're an equal housing lender. Ohio Valley Bank. Community first. Member FDIC.
Insurance, home team, Cabell, Midland, and Barbersville. Who do you think of?
You are correct.
It is Midland Insurance, located on Main Street and Central Avenue in the heart of the village of Barbersville. Midland Insurance was voted the best insurance agent in the tri-state in 2019 and 2020. They are the fastest growing agency in the area. If you need auto, home, life, or commercial insurance, come to Midland Insurance. Give them a call, 304-736-5600, or visit their Facebook page to find out who the Midland Insurance Student of the Week is every week. Midland Insurance says, let's go Knights!
The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, the exclusive provider of sports medicine services to Marshall University Athletics, is pleased to offer walk-in clinics 6 days a week. Full-service appointments are available on a walk-in basis weekdays 9 to 3. And a screening clinic is conducted Saturday mornings 8 to 10. No appointment necessary. For more information, call 304-691-1880. The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute.
At any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and Cabell County Schools, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus, your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find the coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road in Huntington. Dawson Thompson Oil Company, 1746 Virginia Avenue in Huntington, celebrating 60 years of serving the tri-state. For your petroleum needs, think Dawson Thompson Oil. Kids Sale. Tri-state parents and grandparents, Alex and the Kids Sale staff are getting ready for the next Kids Sale. Visit KIDSSALE.net for upcoming sale dates, locations, or to be a consigner. And by KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print, KINDREDCom.net.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
We get an opportunity to go around. You guys faced each other in the preseason, but now you get to face each other in round one of the playoffs. What have you seen with South Charleston? The team, when I look at it on paper, they started out pretty good and then kind of faltered here the last handful of weeks. So what have you seen with them?
Yeah, I mean, last year, but at the same time, I mean, it was a tough year period for everybody. I mean, there's about 5 or 6 teams we felt like could have probably won the whole thing, but, we moved on because of COVID at times, and we were ranked number 1, and then, it ended. So it is what it is. But, yeah, a lot of people thought that could have been the game, but, there was other teams I'm sure felt the same way. But we kind of moved on from that. But at the same time, you know, our kids understand that they were crowned state champs, and you know, they felt like they had a chance. So, you know, I think that's in their mind, but they know it's a new season. Quarterback's a really good player, can throw and run. Number 6, really good receiver, leading the conference in receiving yards. Number 2, the Dean kids, really good on defense and offense. They got 4 or 5 Division I kids. So, you know, they're going to be talented. You know, they're going to be, you know, they run a good system. They're going to throw the ball around. They might run the ball a lot. You know, we don't know what they're going to do. It's in the playoffs, whatever they think gives them the advantage. You know, so they're a good football team. They're very dangerous. Anybody can beat you in the playoffs, and it's no different than playing in our conference. So I feel like our kids are prepared for that. But our kids are really, really excited. You know, I mean, they understand, and I was talking to the coaches about it, you know, not being in the playoffs last year. And, you know, a guarantee game this Friday tonight is exciting for the kids. And, you know, they're excited about playing South Charleston. They haven't played them. You know, they didn't draw a Hurricane or a team they've already played this year. So, you know, getting to play someone different is always a great thing. I mean, I know it sounds, if you beat a team and you play them again, it's kind of, I don't know. It is what it is. It's part of but you like seeing new teams. So our kids are excited about being home. They've had a great week of practice, and they're a close knit group, and they really want to win. So it's kind of where you want them. You know, we just got to play well and execute. So we kind of don't pressure them too much. They know what's at stake. They know you got to win no matter what, and move on or your season's done.
Yeah, you know, you talk about that with the mentality of, you know, you got to keep moving on. You got to win to move on, or it's done with the season. But I guess when preparing with the kids throughout the week, you talked about how excited they are. It's just another ball game for them, right? You don't kind of, do you put that pressure on them in that aspect, or is it just prepare for the opponent that you have in front of you?
Well, I think we do that anyway each week as a staff and as a program. We really focus on every opponent, and so I think that's why our kids seem to play good. You know, we've had a great record over 3 or 4, you know, since we've been here. Really, I think they really focus on each week. But I think, you know, as a coach, I think you got to, you know, we've done some things even to amp it up a little bit. You know, I mean, you know, more film study and more weight room over the last 2 to 3 weeks, and you know, just more hydration, feed them after every practice. You know, just everything like that. That can, you know, whatever might give them a little bit of an edge. You know, we amped it up. You know, and that's what you got to do in the playoffs. So our kids are focused. So I think it's the same, but at the same time, I think, you know, you show them that this is really important. This is a little bit bigger, but you don't press on them. You don't stress on them. They know. So it's kind of like, it's a big deal, but at the same time, it's football. It's just like the next Friday.
And I know every part of the season, this is where you want to get to, and that's to be able to contend for a state championship. That's what you get the opportunity to do starting tonight. And were you happy with the draw or your placement here in this? And I know you control what you can control, but when you look at it, should you guys have been a little bit higher ranked than what you were?
I mean, it's how it works. I mean, I know that's coaches talk, but it is. I mean, you know, I'm 9-1 and lost to the team, you know, very close. You know, we could have been number 1 with a couple plays, you know. So, but, you know, it's not in our control. I think that there's some other, you know, I mean, who knows? I mean, it'll all work out. I believe that. The best team will be the team standing. Do I like our draw? Yeah, I mean, I think every year, you know, you look back on it since I've been here, and some years you think this is a good draw, this ain't a good, it doesn't matter. I mean, ultimately, I mean, round 1, anybody can be, round 2, anybody can be, it's just like that. So if the kids, I tell our kids, the teams that win are the teams that focus for 4 weeks, the teams that love each other, play at a high level, and refuse to lose. And, you know, those characteristics is what makes a great team, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to have to play them all at some point. Some people say this is a better draw, that's a better draw. You know, if we, you know, even 3 weeks ago, people said, you might be playing this team. I said, listen, I don't care. You know, I really don't care, because ultimately it doesn't matter deep down. I mean, you got to play them all, and, you know, injuries and, you know, and there's a lot of things that go into this, you know. So ultimately you could think it's a bad draw and end up being a great draw, you know, but, you know, any team can beat you. So if any team can beat you and you're in the playoffs and you survive, that's all you got to do. So.
If we're lucky enough to get past this one, we keep our fingers crossed that maybe Beckley can upset University. You could host another home game next week. If not, we'll be up at University. But let's get by South Charleston tonight. Coach, best of luck. Congratulations on a great season, and look forward to having a little fun in the postseason.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're excited, and we appreciate you and what you guys do, and we're ready to win on Friday, so let's go.
Do we have fireworks tonight? That's the question.
No.
Oh.
We're not allowed. So.
All right, Coach. Have a great one tonight. We look forward to it.
All right, thank you.
Well, there you have it. The head coach of the Cabell Midland Knights, Luke Sammons, as his team gets ready to take on the South Charleston Black Eagles. Coming up, we're going to get you the coin toss, starting lineups, and we'll kick off round one of the West Virginia Class AAA playoffs as Midland plays host to South Charleston right here on 97.9 The River.
Little General Store.
At any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Hello, my name is Seth Seldron. I'm here in my home studio where I write, record, produce, mix, and master all my own music, as well as write, record, and edit all kinds of videos. Making my own music and making videos allows me a certain creative outlet that I wouldn't otherwise have. And one day I hope to sort of combine the two, maybe create my own music videos, direct them, edit them, as well as produce music for myself and other people.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care.
Do you need a reliable car to keep up with your
While we're waiting to hear the outcome, another announcement. Number 57, Dylan Fain, is having a birthday tomorrow. Young man turns 18 tomorrow.
Step above the rest.
Here we go.
This is Cabell Midland football on 97.9 The River.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get you ready for tonight's kickoff between the Cabell Midland Knights and the South Charleston Black Eagles. The coin toss taking place at the middle of the field, and it will be South Charleston winning the toss. They decided to decline till the second half, so Midland will start things off offensively, and they will go from right to left. An offense that has accumulated almost 4,000 yards on the season. Rushing-wise and passing-wise, they have been a very productive offense, but mostly on the ground. Of course, Jackson Fetty, over 1,400 yards rushing on the season and 14 touchdowns. Chandler Schmidt, just under 700 yards of the season, 18 touchdowns on the ground. And Mason Moran at 827 yards on the season and 11 touchdowns. Heck, even the quarterback, Ryan Wolf, he's got almost 600 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns. So it's been a pretty good run this season for Cabell Midland. Now we move on to the second season.
And this season, of course, is the most important season because it ends up with a ring. we talked about this earlier, and we're just going to put it on air. We anticipate that this will be the hardest hitting game that Midland plays this season.
Alex Smith on the far side, Mason Moran on the near side. Little different uniform makeup tonight for the Knights. Black pants, red jerseys, and a silver number, big numbers, thank you very much, to help us out. And the pewter helmets for South Charleston, black pants with an orange and white stripe around the knees. The white jerseys with the black and orange sleeves and the orange numerals trimmed in black. Of course, the black helmet for the Black Eagles. Time to kick it off here tonight for the Black Eagles, and that will be Chase Edwards on the approach. End over the far side. Alex Smith will field it at the 11. Brings it up across the middle to the 15 to the 20, 25. Finds an open gap, gets across the 35. Nice spin move at the 40, and he'll be stopped there by a bunch of white jerseys. And the Knights will have pretty good field position at the 41-yard line to start this drive.
And almost coming to fruition, South Charleston gunner tried to put the kill shot on Alex Smith's arm where he was holding that ball. So that was a very good spin by Alex. Maintain control, and let's start the show.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line for the Knights. Offensively, Fisher, Roberts, Hutchinson, Roos, and Bills across the front line. They're going to go with those wide splits once again. And out of the wishbone formation here tonight to start things off. Fetty is the fullback. Here's the handoff coming towards the near side as Chandler Schmidt turns upfield, gets across the 45, near side of the 50, cuts back to his left, gets across the 45. Nice stutter step at the 37, finally wrapped up and brought down at the 34-yard line.
And I tell you, if you're Midland, you want to test the underbelly of this South Charleston team. They're not very deep. They're big across the line. But if we've learned previously, just because you're big doesn't mean you're fit.
Give him about almost 24 yards on that one. Wishbone once again. Smith splits out to the far side, the wide side of the field. Wolf up underneath center. He'll take the snap, hand off right side. Mason Moran, penalty flag coming in. Moran will get hit, loses the football. The football's on the turf, and I believe Midland might have come back up with it. Knocking the ball loose, that was Jason Barnett out there for the Black Eagles.
And that play didn't look good from the start. I think they called it a legal shift.
Yeah, I think they had two in motion, two moving at the same time, so they'll move them back.
I think I'm surprised South Charleston took this. I would have declined it. Let's see, did they take it?
Yep, they took it. 5-yard penalty, pushed them back. Nope, now they declined it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
You don't want to give Midland too many opportunities on offense, so why 5 yards for Midland doesn't mean anything. It's the down.
And it was a 5-yard loss on the play, too, so it's kind of so it brings up 2nd down and 15. 11-11 left to play in the opening quarter. First drive here for the Knights. They go from right to left. Back to the wishbone. Ball middle of the field. Wolf up underneath center. 6 in the box for South Charleston. Handoff up the middle to Fetty. He'll work his way across the line of scrimmage and on down to about the 35-yard line. Pick up 4 yards on the play. 3rd down and 11 coming up.
Now, defensively, we've seen a lot of teams go against Midland with different defensive fronts. South Charleston looks like they're going almost to a 6-man front, something we haven't seen since the Huntington game maybe 2 years ago.
When you're going up against a running attack like this, you want to stack as many as you can in that box, and that's what they're doing. Here goes Wolf now. He's looking to step up. He'll fire downfield, has a receiver. It's Mason Moran. He bobbles it off his fingertips. Incomplete. He was all by himself. It had a step. Matter of fact, he had about 5 yards on the defensive backfield, and he's going to wish he had that one back.
I'm telling you, the closest player back there was Michael Lunsford. There were 2 receivers that basically ran almost post routes. Lunsford ran his a little deeper, but he got all the defensive attention, and Mason ran behind him and was wide open.
Wolf did a great job on the play action and was able to make him bite. Kept the defensive back in and left it wide open. All right, 4th down and 11. Knights are going for it. Wingbacks either way. Moran goes in motion, and we're going to have an offsides call against South Charleston. A hard snap count for Wolf. So instead of 4th and 11, we're going to have 4th and 6 coming up.
Yeah, and that was on number 64 for South Charleston, Tyrese Ellis. He's 5'8", 260-pound freshman. That's a lot of momentum on a small base.
Got some pretty good size down on the interior line for South Charleston. Those guys will also play on the offensive side of the line, too.
4th down and 6 coming up for the Knights. Wingbacks either way, ball middle of the field. Wolf up underneath center. Moran goes in motion. Now another offsides. Same player jumping offsides once again.
Now, actually this
one is
number 34, Jason Barnett.
Barnett, yeah.
They look alike. I don't know how big he is, but
and if you're Coach Donnie Mays, that is just frustrating as all get out, because you're looking at 4th down and 11, and now after the back-to-back offside penalties, it's 4th and 1. Put the football down at the 25.
You got to say that favors Midland.
This is where we talk about disciplined football. The Knights in the huddle. Got 15 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time when they break the huddle. Smith splits out to the right. Wishbone formation. Fetty the fullback. And the handoff goes to Moran. Right side. Cuts back up across the middle. Gets across the 20. Makes a nice move down to the 15. Good enough for the first down and then some as he works his way down. Football pumped out. The officials are going to say that it came out.
Let's see what the call is.
They're still scrumming down for it.
No signal. Still no signal.
They're going to say South Charleston football.
Wow.
They got the first down, and they got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. So turn the ball over on the turnover and give the ball back to South Charleston offensively.
And I got to tell you, Mason did not have a very good series, because there was 2 fumbles and a drop in that series for him.
And you don't see that too often.
No, and it could be nerves. You remember, this is a playoff game, so it's a little different.
1st and 10 from the 12-yard line for South Charleston. Out of the pistol formation. Dunn takes a snap. Play action. Steps up. Fires. Has a receiver. Making a run right down the seam. He makes the grab and gets across the 40. Nice side step to the left. Breaks a tackle there at the 45 to the 50. Breaks another tackle to 45. Finally forced out of bounds over the far side. That's Wayne Harris on the reception. And Harris goes all the way from the 12-yard line down to the 41.
And that was, of course, we don't have a replay. We don't have the ability to see it, even though the game is being broadcast. But it looks like right from the jump, no one picked him up.
He just ran right down the seam.
Right. No one picked him up. So,
well, they're going to put the football. So they put the football back down at the 41-yard line. I say he stepped out over there on the far side.
He did.
So 1st and 10 for the Black Eagles. Out of the pistol, 3 backs lined up behind Dunn. He takes the high snap, handoff left side. The running back making its way through. That's Dean. As he works his way to the left side, gets across the 40, 35, and on down to about the 32.
Now, I got to tell you, if you're Midland, you're not concerned about that aspect. You want to see 3 backs in the offensive backfield for South Charleston, where this is going to be very frustrating for Midland. Where this is going to be very frustrating for Midland is the variety of the offensive formations.
Takes a snap, handoff left side over to Dean. He tries to turn upfield, gets tripped up, hit in the backfield by Justice, but he's able to fall forward close back to the original line of scrimmage.
Now notice this. South Charleston's used the same personnel groupings. They're not switching personnel. They're just lining up in different formations. So, again, Midland has to be very cognizant of the play-action pass from Dean.
They have a jump in the backfield, and there's the penalty flag. The back fell out of his stance. So instead of 3rd and 1, it's going to go back to 3rd and 6.
And they're using as one of the tailbacks, one of the defensive linemen, number 56, Devin Brewer. So
they got him back as a tailback. Out of the basically, it's a pistol, but it's a bone. So you have the quarterback standing up in between in the bone. Here goes a pass for Dunn, deep downfield, throws into double coverage, tipped up, goes incomplete. Looking for the receiver. It said he made the grab.
No, he called incomplete.
Yeah.
It's incomplete.
How did he come out with the football?
He didn't. He called it incomplete.
Yeah, I know, but how did he end up with the football, period?
South Charleston was jumping up and down as if it was a touchdown, but he immediately signaled incomplete on the pass. So
Wade Harris on the reception, or the Boo Birds coming out. Sorry. And Harris out there, and he got is able to get behind double coverage. That official on the far side still hearing it from the South Charleston bench. 4th down and 6 coming up now.
All right, now watch for Midland. Watch for Nemo Roberts to feast. This is his down.
Wingbacks either way. Dunn takes a snap, runs the option towards the near side, keeping himself, turning upfield. He's going to be hit, stood up, and knocked down right there as he gets to the 36-yard line. Campolo in there on the stop for Nemo in there on the stop as well for the Knights. Turns it over on downs. Now South Charleston, we'll be talking about this one for a little while.
This is where it's kind of odd because the first play, they go deep, they're successful, and then they change their whole offensive philosophy.
Out of the up underneath center for Ryan Wolf as he will send wingbacks either way. Hands it up off the middle. It's Fetty going with actually Chandler Schmidt with the high jump as he works his way across the 35, gets back across the line of scrimmage at the 36, and finally brought down at the 37.
Yeah, back to what I was actually saying with this. If you're South Charleston, why switch up what you excel at? They are not a running team. And so they basically took 5 downs that they wasted by going in a running formation, including a 4th down play.
Wingbacks either way. Schmidt comes in motion. Wolf takes a snap. Now steps up, fires back over to his right, looking for receiver. He has Lunsford, and it goes through his hands, incomplete. Lunsford had it hit his hands, and normally he's automatic money when it gets there.
Well, there's 2 things we're not considering. Every game that we've played this season has started with natural light. This is the first game that started with artificial lighting. It's cold, and it's playoffs. So you have 3 different variables that you don't have when you're running warm-ups.
All 3, you better shake off quick.
Oh, absolutely.
Wingbacks either way. 3rd down and 9 for Wolf. Looks back towards the near side, gets the play call from Coach Luke Sammons.
They're going to take a timeout.
2-1 and timeout taken by the Knights. Breaking the action, we'll step aside ourselves. No score. 8:25 left to play in the opening quarter. 30-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
High school football is back here in the Tri-State, and Dutchville are
Celebrate Christmas with the Village of Lights through Barboursville Park. Coming this December, a one-way driving tour of Christmas lights through Barboursville Park, beginning at the main entrance, ending at the soccer complex. Admission is free. However, local nonprofits will be accepting donations. The Village of Lights from the Village of Barboursville at Barboursville Park.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything on the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar.
Handoff is to Moran on the right side, goes in the jet sweep, turns up, gets across the 40, 45, gets enough for the first down and then some. He gets down inside South Charleston territory all the way down to the 47-yard line.
And here's what I've seen already. Midland's O-line is more physical than the South Charleston D-line. Now, the South Charleston D-line has had some good penetrations, and they have, so far, very good tackling. But when you talk about just man-on-man blowing you off the line of scrimmage, there's no comparison.
2 wideouts towards the near side, the wide side of the field for Wolf. He'll hand it off now to Fetty. Fetty hit at the line of scrimmage, keeps driving forward, gets across the 45 and down to about the 41.5-yard line. Pick up a 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Knights with 7:50 left to play in the opening quarter.
Now, on that play, how far did South Charleston get blown off the line?
Well, it got pushed back, way back. But here's the thing. We're going to see how conditioning comes in here in this second half. We've seen Midland wear folks down all night long, so we'll see how it works, especially when they get long, sustained drives, and you got players going both sides. Handoff coming towards the near side on the jet sweep with Chandler Schmidt. 40, 35, 30, gets an open lane, cuts back to his right at the 25, takes a hit as he gets down across the 20 to about the 19-yard line. On the stop that time, it was Jaden Green for South Charleston. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Knights from the 19.
And this is what we've seen on film the last couple of weeks. It's uncharacteristically, it's hard to imagine this term ever being used with a South Charleston team, but they're slow.
Well, the one thing you talked about, too, and the fact that they've gone with basically like a 6-2 defense, and that's the thing. You're going to try to stack the inside as much as you can with people. And this time, handoff once again to Fetty as he powers his way down across the 20 to about the 16-yard line. And Fetty is going to get a lot of the calls here tonight, but also, too, he's going to get a lot of the looks from South Charleston. And Coach Donnie Mays said this is the team, the type of offense they're going against tonight defensively, they have not gone against all year long. Everybody else is pretty much pass-type offense, so it's hard to emulate this type of offense in practice, but they know that 22 is going to be getting a lot of carries on the night. So they're going to be keying him quite a bit. There goes Wolf, keeps it himself. He gets hit at the line. Nice spin move there at the 15, gets it to the right side. 10-5 into the end zone, touchdown. He got hit twice, and a great spin move by Ryan Wolf. And the Knights are on top first at the 6:17 mark.
And you talk about the most unlikely of likelies. If I would have told you that Ryan Wolf was going to score with a keeper, you would have been like, I don't know about that. But Wolf has played spectacular this season, particularly on those option fakes.
On to attempt the extra point. It will be Olivia Charles. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, splits the uprights, good. 6:17 left to play, opening quarter. Cabell Midland 7, South Charleston nothing. 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Bowen.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family-owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
You're listening to Midland Football on 97.9 The River.
Olivia Charles on to kick things off after the Knights strike first 7-0. She tees it up at the 40-yard line, middle of the field. Sky kick coming back towards the near side. Fair catch called. And then he tries to run with it, but no flag.
That's got to call it.
Took a couple of steps right there on it, and on the reception, it was Roman Kellen. And it'll be 1st and 10 now for South Charleston at the 32-yard line. 17-yard touchdown run by Ryan Wolf to get things started off here for Cabell Midland. The Knights have had a couple opportunities to score, but haven't played perfect football. Trying to get that corrected here as they go back defensively.
They're missing a player. Oh, there he is. See, they were missing a player.
Yeah, they are missing one of the tailbacks. Their blocker. Dunn goes out of the shotgun, takes a snap. That back continues to move every time before the snap. He'll roll out to his left. Fetty giving him chase. He'll force him out of bounds. And he gets sacked, gets tackled on the far sideline, and we got an injured player over on the far side. I believe that's Fetty.
Oh, it is. No, it's not.
Yeah, that's Fetty.
No, it's not Fetty. It's number 27. Fetty's out there with Will Haas.
Yeah, it is Haas. So sorry about that.
So Fetty and Haas are okay.
Yeah.
I was listening. It looks like it's one of the linebackers, and I'm thinking 27 would that be Lewis?
Yeah, that'd be Cannon. We'll verify here for you folks in just a minute. I thought that was Chandler, or I thought that was Jackson over there. He was in on the stop. 3 Midland players were over there. This is actually on the far sideline. Right, matter of fact, on the South Charleston sideline. Got a break in the action. We'll take a timeout. 6:03 left to play in the opening quarter. 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
Bowen Dental Group.
You see breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's do some movies. Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Create your stories like to leave a legend where the kids will be talking about me like 50 years after I'm gone. And like then they will start writing their own stories. Maybe my kids will want to read about what I was dealing with, what I was going through, how I encouraged myself, how my teachers encouraged me. So if I leave something for them, then it's just going to keep going, you know, and it'll be a story that never ends. So it's the never ending story.
Cabell Midland football, 97.9 The River.
Was Cannon Lewis, who was the injured player on the far sideline. He jumped up. He ran off towards the near side. Actually wanted to get back into play. They said you had to sit out. Hand off to the fullback. He takes it towards the near side. He'll go nowhere. That tough Midland defense coming in. Jackson Fetty leading the way on the stop. Also in there for the Knights, it was Dylan Fan, and really no gain on the play that time.
So if you're South Charleston, do you look at this as a 2 downs to make the first down? Because I don't know if you want to give the ball back to Midland.
So 3rd and 8 coming up now with Dunn out of the pistol. Takes a snap. No pressure. Fires back to his left. It goes incomplete. Intended for the receiver on the far side and Wayne Harris. It'll bring up 4th down and 8.
And they're putting in the punt team, but I cannot guarantee they're going to punt. This is a worst-case scenario. You get a turnover, which Midland doesn't turn the ball over. Midland has missed at least 2 touchdown passes.
Well, Chase Edwards is on the punt the football away. He's got a pretty good foot. We were watching him in the pregame. He was knocking in about 40 with no pressure to 45. So we'll see how he does here. Back deep, it is Chandler Schmidt. Also back deep is Alex Smith. Here's the punt. Nice line driver. It's going to take a bounce at the 31. Rolls right into the hands of Chandler Schmidt. He'll get coming back towards the near side, turns on his speed, gets across the 30, 35, gets a lead block from Smith. It forced out of bounds on the near side. And a good run back that time by Chandler Schmidt.
All right, so I watched offensively, I watched defensively, I watched special teams. There are at least 5 South Charleston players who go both ways. I guess all 3 ways. They're going all 3 phases of the game at this point, and they are looking very winded right now.
Well, that's the thing. Midland will try to wear you down, and that's what the thing with this ball control offense, too. You just wait for an opportunity for a big play to happen. Wolf up underneath center. Takes a snap. Flag stops the play.
False start, Midland.
Yeah. But they call this way, but yet the backs keep moving on for South Charleston.
Yeah, false start.
False start against the Knights, push them back 5 yards. 5:06 left to play in the opening quarter. Midland 7, South Charleston nothing.
Do you think Midland ever gets upset about false start penalties?
Just get regrouped and get it done.
I mean, sometimes there's a line to say, let's just do the false start so we can add to the stats.
37-yard line is where they are. Nemo Roberts sets up that line. Wide splits once again for the offense. Wingbacks either way. Wolf up underneath center. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Fetty. Right side cuts back to his left. Gets across the 40, 45. Works his way up to about the 49-yard line. Pickup of 12 yards on the play. 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, I think Midland's not going to attempt any passes on this drive. They got a good thing going thus far. Except now they come out in a passing formation.
2 wideouts to the right. Wolf up underneath center. Takes a snap. Hand off to Fetty. Goes right. Nice move in the inside. Gets enough for the first down as he gets across the 48 to about the 47-yard line. But he had a tackler go over the top of his head. He bobbed and weaved his way down to that first down.
Was that the big kid, number 67, that went over him?
Yeah.
I was going to say, he's Xavier Balzi. He's 6'5", 310. He'd be a great post player in basketball.
We'll probably see him later this year in basketball. Lunsford, the tight end, towards the near side. Wingbacks out of the way. Smith lined up tight on the near side as the wideout. Moran goes in motion, handoff on the inside to Chandler Schmidt. Breaks the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Face mask there, turns upfield, gets across the 40, and finally knocked out of bounds on the near side. We're going to be a 15-yarder here against South Charleston, but Devin Brewer in there on the stop for the Black Eagles.
And you talked about that 6-2 defense. They've sort of shifted some personnel around. It seems like they're trying to play it, but they're not actually playing a Mike linebacker so close to the line of scrimmage. They moved him back. So it's telling me that they've seen something on film that they don't like. But as you can see, the South Charleston team, no energy on the sidelines, no energy on the field.
So 15 yards on the personal foul. Puts the football all the way down to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights. 3:53 left to play, first quarter. Ball near hash mark. Huddled up about 4 yards off the football. Dominic Schmidt now will check in. He'll split out to the right, the wide side of the field. Fetty single setback. Wolf up underneath center. Takes a snap, handoff. Fetty right side, cuts back to his left, gets across the 20. He'll be wrapped up and brought down at about the 18-yard line. Coming in on the stop, it will be Jason Barnett for South Charleston.
And just to kind of illustrate, when we started the first series, number 44, Hunter Withrow, was playing sort of like a Mike linebacker. Now he's playing strong safety. I guess they're saying we need a thumper back there, but he's not going to beat you in a foot race.
Alex Smith split out to his right this time. Wingbacks out of the way. Fetty single setback again. Wolf up underneath center. He'll keep it himself. Up the middle behind the block of Fetty. Turns up, gets across the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland.
Oh, yeah, we got one coming.
And 15 yards after the play.
Now he's going to get ejected. Hang on here.
Well, the touchdown should stand. We have an injured Knight on the field on the near side.
It's 15.
That's Lunsford.
45 Lunsford.
Yep. But we'll check that. We'll check the flag. 17-yard touchdown run for right now.
Touchdown's good.
Touchdown, yep.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Against Cabell Midland.
Yeah. Okay.
So it'll be 15 there.
All right.
So they're checking the health of Lunsford on the near side. So another 17-yard touchdown run for Ryan Wolf.
It's his elbow and wrist.
The score is good. Dead ball, personal foul against the Knights will be assessed.
Maybe his head too. You don't want to speculate, but he's a little woozy coming off.
Lunsford coming off towards the near side. Been a big asset to this offensive line this season.
Oh, yeah.
Hagley's also been out there as well, so we'll see Hagley in the next offensive series. Wolf with back-to-back touchdown runs of 17 yards. And on comes the kicking unit. Fetty will be the man that sets it up. Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. Play clock down to 8. They're going to have to hurry up. Play clock down to 5.
4.
Play clock down to 3. Down to 2. Here's a snap at 1. Good kick. It splits the uprights. Good.
Pressure.
3:13 left to play. It's Cabell Midland 14. South Charleston nothing here in this first quarter. We're back after the 60-second timeout on 97.9 The River.
Look at the numbers on the Knights uniform.
Injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Oh no!
What's wrong?
Our bank just sold our mortgage to a company I've never even heard of before.
I didn't understand that was something that could happen. This is an out-of-state company. Well, this isn't a decision we would have made.
Looks like our bank made it for us.
At Huntington Federal, we never sell the mortgages of those who've entrusted us with something as important as the financing of their home.
Now what do we do?
I'm going to get online and apply for a new Huntington Federal mortgage today.
Huntington Federal. Local then, local now.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd Let us take care of you.
River online anytime at 979theriver.com.
15-yard penalty after the touchdown. We'll put the football back at the 25-yard line. We'll see if Olivia gets to grip it and rip it here. On the approach, the kick, she'll come back towards the near side with it, and it will go out of bounds at about the 41.
I'll take that.
Doing exactly what she was told to do on that one.
Absolutely.
Not only turned into a pretty darn good kicker here, she is a force on the soccer field.
Absolutely, and that was I watched that game last week, midday. We actually watched both of those games, and Midland is becoming a powerhouse in a lot of different things. It sort of seems like each group pushes the other group, starting with the band, show choir, all the way down to academic teams.
Yeah.
And they kind of push everybody. Like, I think in Midland, you compete against Midland. So, everybody wants to have that trophy.
Yeah, you build excellence here and then set up a standard that you want to go after.
I don't think they know where to spot the ball. That's the big issue right now. They're trying to figure out where they spot it from where she kicked it, or they spot it traditionally when it goes out of bounds if you're kicking it from a traditional spot.
Yeah.
So she kicked it from the 25, which means that this ball should be on the 45 at least.
So they're standing at the 41 where it went out.
Let's see where they're going to put it at.
They're going to move it up to the 50.
I still think
taking
it's
into
wrong.
account the 15 yards from that, so that would have been from the 30, 35 is where they would have placed it. So they marked it up to the 50, which is understandable.
I still think they got it wrong, but to our favor.
1st and 10 from the midfield stripe here for South Charleston. Done out of the shotgun, takes a snap, 2-step drop, steps up, fires, looking for a receiver downfield. He goes up for him, goes incomplete, and it was Wayne Harris who had a step out there, but the pass a little too far in front of him. Alex Smith on the coverage.
And that same tailback keeps leaning to start to play it, and I'm wondering when they're going to call that. It's almost as if he knows that someone's coming through that line, and he's trying to get positioned, but he is starting early. That should be a man in motion.
Emilio Miller is who you're talking about, the sophomore, 5'10", 200-pounder. He's the back on the near side. The big man, Mondrell Dean, stands up as the tailback out of the pistol formation.
He did it again.
Here it goes, Dunn. He'll keep it himself on the draw play, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down as he hits that left side of the line. And a huge stop that time coming in for Cabell Midland, and a big hit coming up from Justice Hutchinson. Did a great job on that one for the Knights. 3rd down and 7 now for the Black Eagles.
You ever think Justice says lay in the law when he hits you? Lay in the law.
He needs to trademark that for the T-shirt, right?
Absolutely.
Play coming in from the far side from Coach Donnie Mays. Into Dunn. Out of the pistol. Wide out towards the near side. Takes a snap. Steps up. Fires back towards the near side. Has a receiver. Goes up. Makes the grab. But just beyond the first down marker. And it will be on the reception. That time Chris McCorkle. So 1st and 10 for South Charleston. And the fans are really starting to get animated about the movement in the backfield too.
I guess that doesn't count. Sort of like a relay. He's getting a start before he gets the baton.
1st and 10 for the Black Eagles from the 39-yard line. Out of the pistol. Here goes the handoff on the left side over to Dean. He tries to cut back to his right, and he gets leveled. Nemo Roberts in there, lowering the shoulder to bring him down. Also Justice in there. Justice Hutchinson on the stop. Devin Taylor wearing 25 tonight. He makes a stop as well. Team effort for the Knights defensively. A 1-yard loss on the play, 2nd down 11.
So at what point do you as Midland, tell the official on your near side that this guy's jumping? I'm sure it has to be said because eventually this got to cost them. Did it again.
Here goes Dunn, under pressure, steps up, fires back to his left, and a penalty flag are going to be an offensive pass or defensive pass interference to the far side.
The South Charleston receiver was blocking. He wasn't even trying to get into his position, so I'm wanting to see how they're.
The pass was short, too. So
let's see what they're going to call. They're calling it?
Against Midland.
Okay.
Dominic Schmidt on the coverage on the far side.
So it's 15 yards. That's going to put us at the 25?
Right about the 22, maybe? No. You're right, about 25.
Should be.
So it goes from the 41
So they drop it
down to the 25.
Okay.
It'll be 1st and 10 for South Charleston after the pass interference call. We'll see if South Charleston goes back to that again, see if they can draw another penalty. Trey Dunn out of the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself left side. Nemo Roberts gets the hand there, but he breaks free from that, cuts back up across the middle. He gets tripped up as he works his way down to about the 21-yard line.
Do you like that as a play when you have a quarterback, a dual-threat quarterback, who pretty much is running on a keeper? He has, like, no lead blockers.
I think it was designed to have a lead blocker.
Could be.
But he's an athlete out there, but it's one you definitely got to watch out for because he can not only pass the football, one of the leaders in the state, but he can certainly run the football too. Steps up, fires back over to the left side, going to the corner of the end zone, and that is a touchdown caught over in the back corner of the end zone for South Charleston. And on the reception that time is Wayne Harris. He made the grab in the back corner.
He didn't have control of the ball when he went out of bounds, but
that's Harris's 12th touchdown of the season, and it strikes first here for South Charleston with 45 seconds left to play here in this first quarter.
And it looks like they're going for 2. They are going for 2.
Dunn will go out of the shotgun this time. He'll line up 3 backs to his left. He'll take it. And they got a penalty flag because I think got a formation issue there.
I'm pretty sure he had like 5 people in the backfield.
Yeah. So.
Oh, now they call it. they call it a moving out now. You want to call it.
Trade on to Wayne Harris. They've connected quite a bunch this year. And now they're coming on to attempt the extra point with Chase Edwards. He'll tee it up at the 15-yard line. High snap, pulled down. The kick is up, and it's stopped. We got a false start against South Charleston. He'll push him back another 5.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was I think the kick was actually no good, too.
False start. Put him back once again.
25. Oh, yeah, it's 21.
All right, try the extra point again. This time we'll tee it up at the 20-yard line. So a 30-yard extra point attempt coming up here for Chase Edwards. He'll tee it up there. Nod of the head says he's ready. High snap pulled down. The kick is up. And it is no good. Goes wide left. 45 seconds left to play. It's Cabell Midland 14, South Charleston 6. 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Wallace Funeral Home has been honoring families and their loved ones with comfort, care, and dependability since 1943. Locally owned and operated with 2 locations serving Barboursville.
Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and Cabell County Schools, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus, your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find the coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road in Huntington. Dawson Thompson Oil Company, 1746 Virginia Avenue in Huntington, celebrating 60 years of serving the tri-state. For your petroleum needs, think Dawson Thompson Oil. Kids Sale. Tri-state parents and grandparents, Alex and the Kids Sale staff are getting ready for the next Kids Sale. Visit KIDSSALE.net for upcoming sale dates, locations, or to be a consigner. And by KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print, KINDREDCom.net.
The River.
45.1 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Been a long first quarter. As you listen to Cabell Midland football on WMGA Canova Huntington, the Knights on top by a score of 14-6. Jason Toy, Kent Bryson here with you at the Castle and Ona. Here's the kick, sky kick going over to the far side. Fair catch going to be made by the Knights on that far side. And that was Tevin Taylor on the reception. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights from the 40 with 44 seconds left to play. Lowell Austin taking care of things, taking care of us back at the studio in Huntington. Hope you're having a great night on this Friday. Nice cool temperatures in the first round of the West Virginia Class AAA playoffs. All right, ball far hash mark.
Michael Lunsford's back.
Out of the wishbone. There goes Wolf up underneath center. Takes a snap. Handoff Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt's going to be hit in the backfield. He'll be wrapped up and brought down. Penetration that time coming from South Charleston. And once again, this guy we called his name a lot, Jason Barnett, for the Black Eagles. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. He's not the biggest guy, but he is quick off the line, and he's able to work his way down the line.
He reminds me of a young Midland Knight a couple of years ago by the name of Nemo Roberts.
I'll say it reminds me of Ironhead Hayward. All right, here's the handoff now. This is to Fetty. Works his way up across the 45, dives his way up to about the 48-yard line. Be a couple of yards shy of the 1st down, 3rd down and 2 coming up for Cabell Midland as we complete the first quarter here in Ona. It's Cabell Midland 14, South Charleston 6, 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
When others treat your Friday
at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Cabell Midland football on 97.9 The River.
Start the second quarter here in Ona. The Knights on top by a score of 14-6. We made the short walk from the right side of the 50 to the left side of the 50, right at the 48-yard line. 3rd down and 2 coming up now for the Knights. Up underneath center, it's Wolf. Hands it off to Fetty, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage and a loss on the play.
Yeah, I was going to say that didn't look good from the start.
On the stop this time, it is Tyrell Ellis. They say he's 5'8". There's no way.
They told me I was 225 pounds, too.
He's a scrappy player, I'll tell you that. All right, here we go. 4th down and 3. Fetty single setback. Wolf up underneath center. Handoff now to Chandler. Actually, Mason Moran cuts it back across the middle. 1st down and then some. 50, 45, and then he is brought down at the 42-yard line.
There's some business that was dealt towards the end of that tackle. Now he's complaining. Like, listen, man, play ball. Still complaining.
1st and 10 for the Knights. Went for it on 4th down and got it.
He's still complaining.
Wingbacks out of the way. Wolf will send a man in motion. That's Moran. Wolf keeps it himself up the middle. Works behind the block from Fetty and works his way down to about the 36-yard line. Pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Excuse me.
I was going to say, no, you're good. I was saying that's probably been Midland's most effective play consistently thus far. I don't know whether they don't expect Wolf to keep the ball. But, you know, it seems like Midland is playing Midland ball, 5 yards at a clip.
He's still jawing on the near sideline.
He's upset.
Wingbacks out of the way. Wolf up underneath center. South Charleston showing blitz. Here's Moran on the delay. Works his way up across the middle to the 30-yard line. And good enough for the 1st down. Move the chains. Needed 4. Picked up 6. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Stops the clock with 10:18.
He's still talking.
10:18 left to play in the first half. Cabell Midland 14, South Charleston 6. Winner moves on. Loser has their season come to an end. Winner of this game will play the winner of University and Beckley, Woodrow, Wilson. We'll get you some scores coming up at halftime. Wolf up underneath Nemo Roberts. Hand off to Fetty. Fetty cuts to his right, gets across the 30, 35, and gets a great block out there to power his way down to about the 21-yard line. 9-yard pickup on the play, 2nd down and 1 coming up.
And I would say what I've been saying for the last couple of plays, but I'm going to let it go.
Actually going to mark it back to the 22. Still 8-yard pickup, 2nd down and 2 with 9:30 on a rolling clock here in this first half. Six guys in the box here for South Charleston. Wide splits, overloaded right side for the Knights. Here's Wolf working behind the overloaded right side. Turns upfield across the 20, 1st down, and then some down to the 15. So far, Ryan Wolf's accounted for both touchdowns for Cabell Midland. Both of them 17 yards. This one from the 15-yard line. We'll see what happens here for the Knights. 1st and 10.
Now I was going to say, South Charleston has started substituting players very liberal across that line. I think fatigue is setting in very early in the 2nd quarter.
This time the Knights overload the left side of the line. Handoff Chandler Schmidt works behind that line. He'll be chased down from behind, wrapped up and brought down there on the stop. It will be Hunter Withrow for the Black Eagles. They are actually without one of their leading players here,
Lawton,
and Caden Davis, who's one of their star linebackers. He has been out with injury. Lost him. They've lost about 4 other players as well.
Have you seen Lawton tonight?
Not yet.
Now, I was going to say, he is their star DN, just like his brother. I haven't seen him out on offense or defense tonight.
Here goes Wolf up on the Knights. Withrow in on the stop for the Black Eagles. The Knights do that little muddle huddle real quick, about 4 yards off the football, keeping the tempo rolling. Wolf breaks it. Will send Smith towards the near side. They'll go with the wishbone with Moran and Chandler Schmidt in the backfield. Handoff is to Chandler Schmidt. He lowers his shoulder. He dives forward. Does he get there?
They said he fumbled the ball.
But he was. I thought he was down, though, before the ball came out.
There's an injured player for South Charleston as well. What's the call?
So the officials are discussing it.
I think Midland has the ball. Midland's got the ball. Now, you see South Charleston is losing their mind out there.
So they're going to say he was down at about the 1 foot line.
Yes.
So an injured player, they're going to jump up, and they're going to get some help off over to the far side. The injured player is Jaden Green. A lot of freshmen on this team for the Black Eagles.
And I found Lawton. He is in street clothes. So he's not playing tonight.
Donnie Mays, the coaching staff over there, is still letting the officials know about it. They feel like they got the football.
And the temperature's definitely dropped.
All right, here we go out of the wishbone. Wolf up underneath center. Takes a snap. Hand off. Nope, this will be Wolf keeping it himself. He goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland. Ryan Wolf with touchdown run number 3 on the night. This one a 1-yard run, and the Knights are on top 20-6.
I tell you what, this is Wolf time right now. He's been, I would say, probably the best player thus far in this game.
Been consistent. You could give him that. Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. Fetty the holder. Nethercutt the long snapper. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, splits the uprights. Good. 6:58 left to play. It's Cabell Midland. 6:58 left to play. Cabell Midland 21, South Charleston 6. 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's switch movies. Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
You've got someone you know who will be there when you need them.
Marcia Slater in Barboursville is that State Farm agent. She's got your back when things go wrong. So call her today at 304-736-6100. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Nate Allen takes you home from work weekday afternoons right here on 97.9 The River.
Olivia Charles puts the foot behind this one. The ball carrier makes the grab at the 27, cuts back towards the near side and go out of bounds on the near side. On the return that time was Talik Tinsley. And basically only about a 1 or 2 yard return.
So, at this point in the whole game, if you're South Charleston, this is where this game can quickly go away from you because you don't want to allow Midland to get the ball back and score. And you realize going into this game, if you go into halftime at a deficit of 21 or more points, the likelihood of you having enough possessions in the second half to come back are very slim the way Midland controls the ball.
All right, wide outside the way now for South Charleston. Dunn, the quarterback. We'll have a man offset to his right out of the shotgun. Hard snap count, hand off to the single back, comes back towards the near side, cuts back across the 30, still on his feet as he works his way down, and it's Emilio Miller on the carry. It's across the 35 and up to about the 37-yard line.
Now, this is a very interesting concept because Dean is their primary back. He was not in on that play.
He hasn't been – he's only had a couple of carries to start the game, and that's been about it for him. He now checks in the backfield. They're going to go back to what they've been doing out of that pistol formation. Dean will line up behind him, behind the quarterback, and Dunn. Dunn takes a snap. Handoff is to Dean. The big man stutter steps, cuts back to his right, gets across the 40, and he'll be up into there by Tevin Taylor as he gets across the 40. Good enough for the first down as he works his way up to about the 43-yard line. And the thing is with Mondrell Dean, 6'4", 230, a junior, obviously the kid that's got Division I talent. He's almost like a Derrick Henry-type runner. Little stutter step when he gets it. He waits for something to develop or finds the hole, and then he just turns it on. He's got some serious speed whenever he's able to turn it on. And he's got some power to him as well.
You don't got a line like Alabama, though.
High snap goes through the hands of Dunn. He has to go down to chase it down, and he does. Jackson Fetty will tap him down there at the 31-yard line. High snap out of the shotgun. Devin Pugh is the center. 6', 285 sophomore. Seniors on the right side of this line for South Charleston. And those are the big guys over there. And Xavier Bowsley, 6'5", 305, or 6'5", 305 senior. And then James Butts, 6', 340 senior. Left side, Amber G at 6'2", 270 sophomore. Aaron Spurlock, 6'2", 230 junior. Out of the pistol formation once again. Backs either side for Dunn. Takes a snap, keeps it himself, rolls out to his right, gets a block, trying to cut back to his left. He'll be wrapped up and brought down there. Tevin Taylor with another great defensive play, coming in, making the stop. No gain on the play.
And I tell you, you can learn a lot from body language and things we see. South Charleston is having communication problems. They're having problems getting the play in from the sideline. They're having problems conveying the play to the line, and they're doing a lot of talking to each other when things are not going the way they expect for them to go. So
this is where the frustration starts to mount up,
absolutely.
too. So.
This is why you lose 5 out of your last 7.
Dunn out of the shotgun, has a back offset to his right. That is Miller. Takes a snap. Now steps up under pressure. Rolls out to his right. Tucks it and run. Gets across the 40. Open real estate at the 45 to the 50. He slips and falls as he gets across the 50. Turf Monster got him about the 48-yard line. He'll be a yard shy of the first down. It'll bring up 4th down and 1. Give him 19 on the run on that one on the draw play.
I got to tell you, it looked like he could have made that very easy and then some.
That Turf Monster got him.
So here's what you do. This is just going to tell me a lot. Are they going to trust his legs, or he's going to try to throw for it?
4th down and 1. South Charleston going for it. Hard snap count, trying to draw the Knights off sides, playing disciplined ball across that line. 3 down linemen in the 3-4 defense. Play call from the far sideline. Play clock down to 8, down to 7, down to 6. Done. Hard snap count, and it will draw the Knights off sides.
Man.
Very rare you see that from the Knights, but this one it cost them the first down, gives it over to South Charleston to keep the drive alive.
And that was a big penalty on both sides.
Justice Hutchinson getting whistled on this one. He'll come off towards the near side. Gets the stare down from the coaches. 1st and 10 now from the 43-yard line. 3:26 left to play in the first half. 2 wideouts either way. Dunn looks back to his right, gets the play call from Coach Donnie Mays. Gives a signal out across the line. Takes a snap count. Takes a snap, steps up, fires back to his right, has a receiver, makes the return, gets the grab at the 30, and pushes his way upfield. That's McCorkle.
There's a flag.
And there's a flag down back at the 50-yard line.
Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul, roughing the passer against the Knights.
So, of course, you're going to get the down on the play.
Yep.
And then they're going to get the 15 yards from that spot, which, depending on whether it's inside the 30 or not, we'll see where they mark them.
Nemo comes off on the near side.
I don't know where they're going to mark this.
All the way down to the 14-yard line. First and 10 from the 14 for the Black Eagles after the 15-yard penalty after the passing catch, though, for Trey Dunn to Chris McCorkle. Dunn out of the shotgun, 2 wideouts either way. Ball far hash mark, takes a snap, handoff in the backfield to the back, and Miller, and he goes nowhere. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down there. Coming up on the stop for Cabell Midland. It was in there was was Logan Fisher in on the stop for the Knights. 2:38 on a rolling clock. 2nd down and 11. 1-yard loss on the play. Talk about the big man in the backfield in Dean. He splits out towards the near side, tight in the slot. Out of the shotgun. Dunn steps up, fires back to his right, throws it up, goes incomplete. Smith got a hand on it. Pass intended over there by McCorkle. And it'll be
3rd down.
3rd down and 11. Stops the clock with 2:18 left.
Now, we really thought this was going to be the type of offensive formation that South Charleston was going to come out in. And it seems like they're trying to get a touchdown at the end of this first half. They will get the ball to start the second half. So, they're trying to get in a position where they can tie this game up.
2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. 3rd down and 11. Dunn out of the shotgun, and the timeout taken by Cabell Midland. Breaking the action, we'll step aside ourselves. 2:18 left to play in this first half. Cabell Midland 21, South Charleston 6. 30-second timeout. Radio 97.9.
Hi, my name is Connor Pritchard, and this is my story. In 6th grade, a teacher had asked me if I would be interested in doing the announcements. I ended up going to the office every day for about 2 weeks, taught me the ropes, showed me around. I know it's definitely helped with my improvisation skills, so if I need to get something on the fly or throw something into a conversation, I can integrate it a lot better. I really love doing the announcements here. It's one of my favorite things to do here at Milton Middle. It's always nice just to know that I can add a little bit of positivity. To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything in the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
Away. Single setback. Here goes Dunn. Steps up, fires back, has a receiver out of the backfield on the swing route, and it goes incomplete. Oh, they're going to call a late flag on a hit over on the far side, as the pass was intended over there for Miller. And they're going to get on the call this time. They're going to get Nick Giampolo. And they're going to get him for a late hit over on the far side.
That's number 15.
Yeah, Giampolo.
The Polo. It was within the game. But at that time, you got to pull off. You know that's a series-saving penalty right there.
So penalties have hurt the Knights a little bit. They're going to go half the distance on down.
Should be
puts
a first
the football
down.
It'll be a first and goal from the 7.
So you change the time frame because Midland had a good chance of getting the ball back. You change giving South Charleston momentum.
Two wideouts either way. Dunn out of the shotgun, back offset to his right is Miller. Hard snap count. Now we'll look back to his right. Gets the play call. Play clock. That even started the play clock.
Well,
keeping it on the field.
They're calling this 4th down.
4th down and 5. Going to the end zone near side. Looking for the receiver. Goes incomplete. And the pass intended on the near side for Wayne Harris. 4th down and 4. I thought it was an automatic first down after the personal foul, but it was post play. But the 15 yards didn't give enough for the first down, though.
I thought it automatically always carried
That's
one.
wait, we were wrong. But anyway, the pass is intended for Harris. It was Dominic Schmidt on the near side on the coverage, and it forces the ball turned over on down. So the Knights with 2 minutes left, 2:08 left to play here in this first half. South Charleston will get the football back to start things off in the second half.
And you talk about a worst-case scenario. This is the worst-case scenario if you're South Charleston.
Knights will start this drive at the 7. Hand off to Schmidt. Coming towards the near side, works his way, turns upfield to the 15, 20, 25, near side. To check that, it is Mason Moran, cuts back to his left to the 50, 45 to the 40. Nobody's going to get him. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Mason Moran.
And that's how Uncle Mo flips.
93 yards for Mason Moran.
I got to check with Dennis Ball. I want to know if that's a record.
That was a pretty, very pretty run. And folks watching on our digital stream tonight, get a chance to see that one. Moran came out of the pile up there, and he just cut left and right and made some nice moves, and nobody was going to get him for the final 20 yards.
And wow. Wow.
Charles on to attempt the extra point. It's up. It is good. 28-6. The Knights quickly adding back to their lead with 1:52 left to play in this first half. 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
We offer the latest.
You go check them? Go ahead.
From state-of-the-art online and mobile banking technology.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Hello, my name is Seth Seldron. I'm here in my home studio where I write, record, produce, mix, and master all my own music, as well as write, record, and edit all kinds of videos. Making my own music and making videos allows me a certain creative outlet that I wouldn't otherwise have. And one day I hope to sort of combine the two, maybe create my own music videos, direct them, edit them, as well as produce music for myself and other people.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care.
3-yard touchdown run for the Knights. Olivia Charles kicks it off towards the near side. The ball carrier is Talik Tinsley. Tinsley will actually lose about 4 yards on that one. Good job defensively by Cabell Midland. And coming in on the stop for the Knights, it is Zeke Roberts coming in. So 1st and 10 now for South Charleston. The Knights on top 28-6. A big 93-yard touchdown run by Mason Moran.
Wow. I don't know what you could tell your team after a situation like that. You know, you still have about a minute, 47 seconds left to go in this first half. But if you're South Charleston, everything that could possibly go wrong has gone wrong in this first half.
Wideouts either way. Here goes Dunn. Steps up out of the shotgun. Now feels the pressure. Rolls out to his right. Has a blocker in front of him. Tries to turn upfield. He's got 2 of them in front of him. Hagley chases them down for the backside. Coming in on the stop for Isaiah Hagley. Hagley chased him down from the near side and got him to bring him down. So good job defensively by Isaiah. It brings up 90 seconds left to play on a rolling clock in the first half. South Charleston will get the football back to start things off in the second half. Lewis in on the stop as well, but Hagley with a great job on the backside. Two wide out, actually single wide outside the way, ball far hash mark. Dunn out of the shotgun. Has a back standing up behind him. Two backs either side of him. Handoff coming towards the near side. And once again on the ball carrier this time is Dean, and he gets back across the line of scrimmage and works his way up to about the 30-yard line. Pickup of a couple will brings up third down and about 3. 48 seconds left to play. No urgency here by South Charleston, it seems like.
South Charleston only has one advantage over Midland, and that's the ability to throw the ball deep.
And they got nobody covering on the outside over there.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, there he is.
He's hidden.
The Knights are staying about 12 yards off the football on the coverage on the corners. Game clock down to 28. Dunn letting that clock continue to roll down. Takes a snap. Hand off once again to Dean, and he gets across the 30 to about the 31-yard line, and that's about it. That should be the last play of the first half.
Now, to tell you this, if you're a South Charleston fan, you got to be asking yourself, why did you not throw the ball? You have, I think, all 3 timeouts. They go into halftime holding all 3 timeouts.
Well, the Knights go in at halftime here, and South Charleston content to go in to get the football back to start things off in the second half. It's been Cabell Midland. Slow start, few mistakes at the beginning part of it, but they picked things up here in the second quarter and got 3 touchdown runs from Ryan Wolf and 1 from Mason Moran. And the Knights are on top by a score of 28-6 as the Knights make their way to the locker room to our right. South Charleston a little delayed behind, but they'll make their way to the locker room as well. Halftime score once again here in Ona. Midland 28, South Charleston 6. We're back after the, your halftime report coming up next right here on 97.9 The River.
It's that.
At any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Celebrate Christmas with the Village of Lights through Barboursville Park. Coming this December, a one-way driving tour of Christmas lights through Barboursville Park, beginning at the main entrance, ending at the soccer complex. Admission is free. However, local nonprofits will be accepting donations. The Village of Lights from the Village of Barboursville at Barboursville Park.
The need to try to be like somebody else or try to like one up somebody else. In my generation, it was keeping up with the Joneses. And I think that can be distracting. But I think that students, kind of like you were talking about earlier, I think that creating your story, that every person's unique. So like if you can tune out those other things, like there's room for you to be you and for you to do your thing, and it all fits together like a puzzle.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family-owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything on the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome to Mona, West Virginia, your 10-time consecutive and reigning 2021 West Virginia State Marching Band Champions, the best band in the land. The pride of Cabell Midland, Cabell County, the Cabell Midland Marching Knights, under the direction of Tim James, assisted by Joe Hardiman and Julie Carper. Big congratulations to the Marching Knights for completing the 2021 Marching Band session undefeated. The Marching Knights won grand champion this season at the Spring Valley Sound in the Valley competition, Hurricane Whirlwind of Music competition, Wyoming East Warrior Classic competition, Woodrow Wilson Soaring Sounds competition, Parker Burke South Patriot Classic competition. They were the Governor's Cup Series champion at Cabell Midland's Night at the Round Table competition. The Marching Knights won their 10th state championship and were named Honor Band at the West Virginia Marching Band Invitational and completed their season as grand champions at the Phil Barber Horseshoe Classic, winning Governor Cup excellence. Tonight, the Marching Knights are led on the field by drum major Isabella Backus, assisted by Owen Sybeck, Alex McVeigh, and Samantha Pay. The Marching Knights performed their 2021 competition show entitled I Too An American. Knight Nation, let's show our Knight spirit and give a resounding applause to the best band in the land, the pride of Cabell County, the Cabell Midland High School Marching Knights.
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell, Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the marching knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and Cabell County Schools, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus, your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find the coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road in Huntington. Dawson Thompson Oil Company, 1746 Virginia Avenue in Huntington, celebrating 60 years of serving the tri-state. For your petroleum needs, think Dawson Thompson Oil. Kids Sale. Tri-state parents and grandparents, Alex and the Kids Sale staff are getting ready for the next Kids Sale. Visit KIDSSALE.net for upcoming sale dates, locations, or to be a consigner. And by Kindred Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Are you nervous? I trust Huntington Federal. I believe in them, and I think they believe in us.
There it is. Hey, David.
Well, are you both together?
We're sitting here in front of our new dream home.
Well, I think we just made your dreams come true. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Huntington Federal, making dreams come true.
Back here with you live in Ona on WMGA Canova Huntington as we get ready for second half action between South Charleston and the Cabell Midland Knights. Taking a look at some scores here on the halftime report in this first round of the West Virginia Class AAA, AA, and Single A playoffs tonight. And halftime up on the hill at Bob Sang Stadium, Huntington High 27, Wheeling Park 7. Martinsburg all over Parkersburg South up in the Panhandle 50-0. That game still in the second quarter. Bridgeport at home hosting Morgantown. It is Bridgeport 31, the Mohegans 7. University hosting Woodrow Wilson. The winner of this game will face the winner of that contest next week. University right now all over Beckley 38-10. And games coming up, one game going on right now at half. It is number 8 versus number 9. It is George Washington, the 9 seed at Greenbrier East, a 7-0 score in that one, that game at the half. 2 games in AAA coming up tomorrow. Spring Valley will be hosting Princeton in the 7-10 matchup. The 6-11 matchup will feature Jefferson getting the visit from Hurricane. AA. Number 1, Herbert Hoover will face Fairmont Senior tomorrow at University of Charleston Stadium tomorrow afternoon. Independence hosting Shady Spring. At the half, it is Independence 54, Shady Spring nothing. Tomorrow, up at Point Pleasant. There for a while, Bluefield didn't know if they're going to even make the playoffs. They got a chance. They won 5 games, went 5-3 on the season. A lot of COVID issues there with them this year, but Bluefield will be on the road at Point Pleasant tomorrow afternoon. At the half, it's number 13, Frankfurt, on top of number 4, Lincoln, by a score of 14-3. Polka at home hosting Liberty Raleigh 14-0. Polka losing the last 2 games of the season going into the playoffs. North Marion hosting Grafton. It's the 6-11 matchup, 41-7. Nicholas County, North Marion on top. Nicholas County on top of Rowan County. It's 7-6 at the half. At halftime score, Robert C. Bird and Scott Robert C. Byrd 24, Scott 12. Real quick look at single A matchups. A lot of games tomorrow featuring Cameron getting a visit from Gilmer County. Also East Hardy and Meadowbridge will battle tomorrow. Ritchie County and Clay Battelle tomorrow. Mount View and Sherman tomorrow. Williamstown and Greenbrier West. Also James Monroe and Trinity Morgantown. And Wheeling Central will be playing Moorfield in the 8-9 matchup. Only one game tonight in Class Single A, and that's Doddridge County, the number 2 seed, hosting number 15 Midland Trail. And that game in the third quarter, Doddridge County 18, Midland Trail 7. We're going to take a final timeout. We'll get ready for the second half as the Knights play host to the South Charleston Black Eagles. Knights on top 28-6. 2-minute break right here on 97.9 The River.
Wallace Funeral Home has been honoring families in
At any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell, Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the Marching Knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and Cabell County Schools, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus, your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find the coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road in Huntington. Dawson Thompson Oil Company, 1746 Virginia Avenue in Huntington, celebrating 60 years of serving the tri-state. For your petroleum needs, think Dawson Thompson Oil. Kid Sale. Tri-state parents and grandparents, Alex and the Kid Sale staff are getting ready for the next Kid Sale. Visit KIDSSALE.net for upcoming sale dates, locations, or to be a consigner. And by Kindred Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Are you nervous? I trust Huntington Federal. I believe in them, and I think they believe in us.
There it is. Hey, David.
Well, are you both together?
We're sitting here in front of our new dream home.
Well, I think we just made your dreams come true. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Huntington Federal, making dreams come true.
Get the football to start things off here in this second half. And the Knights will be kicking from left to right. Winner moves on to take on the winner of University and Woodrow Wilson. And right now it's University all over Beckley Woodrow Wilson. Final minute up on the clock, and now we're ready to roll here.
You know what I realized when I was sitting here thinking? Even though Midland can advance all the way through, the way that this is going, unless there's an upset, this is their last home game.
Yeah, this will be it.
This will be it for these seniors. So I think they're going to play the second half as if they may not ever get to come back to the castle again, at least not without hopefully a championship.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you think about it, this is only the 5th home game of the season.
Absolutely.
So after the season we had last year, we'll take as many games as we can get. Doesn't matter if it's home or away. All right, Olivia Charles tees it up at the 40-yard line, gets a signal from the official. Here's her kick. She goes over towards the near side, and a fair catch going to be called for at the 32-yard line. And on the fair catch.
Flag? What's the call?
Oh, the clock's still rolling.
Oh. They got to deal with something there. All right, so halftime adjustments. We talked about this. And if you're South Charleston, offensively, you have to do what is your strength, which is passing the ball. So I look for South Charleston to go 3 and 4 wide in the second half. They need to maximize the number of possessions. That means they need to score.
I think they're trying to reset the clock here. The clock continued to run.
They got it restored.
There we go. 11:59 up there now. All right, here we go. Trey Dunn out of the pistol formation. Back behind him, backs on either side of him. Takes a snap, hand off to the back coming towards the near side, and he's going to kind of gingerly walk out of bounds on the near side. There was no speed at all there from Miller. Almost a little hesitation to try to turn it upfield.
Well, you got to say that if you're looking at that backfield, that has to be their power backfield because they put their best back, Montrell Dean, is not in the game.
No, he's not out there. I don't even see him anywhere.
I think we'll have a better idea once they take the field defensively, but
2 wideouts, 3 wideouts to the right, empty backfield. Dunn steps up, fires back towards the near side, has a receiver making a return, and a comeback, and he gets it at the 40-yard line. It's Wayne Harris on the reception, and gets it up to about the 40. He's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down.
This has got to be an adjustment. If Dean is not able to go, which we don't see him on the sideline and I don't see him on the field, that's going to dictate a lot of what they plan on doing in the second half.
Well, right now they're going empty backfield once again. 4 wideouts to the right. Steps up, fires back. The receiver making the grab once again, and that will be Wayne Harris. Gets enough for the first down, and he's wrapped up and brought down by Dominic Schmidt. Gets all the way up to the 46-yard line. Sorry.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I would do, but I would tell you another thing I would do if I was South Charleston, I would have to increase the tempo. I think increase the tempo, make Midland get out of that base D.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're forcing to spread the field. 4 wideouts to the right, single wideout to the left. Dunn out of the shotgun. Gets the play call from the back on the far side from his offensive coaching staff. Play clock down to 9. Gives the orders to the line, steps back, high snap, pulled down. He'll keep it himself. He'll try to cut back. He'll be tripped up. Good job defensively coming in on the stop for Cabell Midland, and a shoestring tackle that time by Logan Fisher.
And I got to tell you, I don't think that was a play call because the coaches are right above us. They're actually outside, and we've heard a bunch of thumping on that play, and it wasn't a thumping of happiness.
All right, 3 wideouts, 4 wideouts to the right once again. Single wideout towards the near side, second down and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Knights with 3 down linemen. There goes Dunn. He'll step up. Now the pressure. Nemo giving him a chase on the far side, having to get rid of the football, throws it out of bounds, and it goes incomplete. The receiver tried to make a grab over there on the far side. McCorkle was the only one in the area of the football.
And I got to tell you, he made a very valiant effort, but this is kind of an uncomfortable situation. You go entirely in the first half, max protect, and now you're giving 0 protection to the quarterback, and Midland is just teeing off. I mean, he does not have an opportunity to set his feet or even survey the field. He can't come off his first or second read because he doesn't have time.
Three wideouts to the right, and actually 4 to the right, 1 to the left. Play clock down to 2, snaps it at 1. Dunn steps up. Nemo Roberts gets the pressure on him, forces Dunn out of the pocket, rolls over to the far side, steps back, fires the football, has a receiver making the grab at the first down marker, turns up field, and the receiver.
I got to tell you, that receiver had I guess you'd only need 1 foot, but he did have 1 foot out of bounds. That was his bad on Midland.
Well, it was on the reception. It was Jamari Tubbs, the sophomore. But you got to give Dunn a little credit on that one. He kept the play alive and rolling out and tried to find a receiver, and he did enough for the first down.
Oh, he stayed alive. But I think that was a lot of sort of greed on Midland's defense, everybody wanting to get that sack. Get him down.
All right, now they're going to send 4 wideouts towards the near side, the wide side of the field. Single wideout to the right. Dunn all by himself in the backfield. 3 down linemen for the Knights. Dunn takes a snap, steps up, fires back to his right, looking for the receiver. The pass behind him goes incomplete, intended for McCorkle on the far side. Coverage on the far side from Tevin Taylor, also Dominic Schmidt over there as well. Check that, Alex Smith on the coverage.
I got to tell you, McCorkle is a pretty interesting receiver because he doesn't look 6'2" until you see him lined up with those DBs. But, I mean, as far as, like, the receiver look, very much similar to like an Aaron Dobson type player that South Charleston had.
He went on to have a career, didn't he?
A very good one.
A very good one indeed. High snap pulled down, hand off to the single setback, and he hits the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Emilio Miller gets a couple of yards on the play, and that's about it. Brings up 3rd down and about 8. Logan Fisher in on the stop once again. Nemo Roberts comes off towards the near side.
Like I said, I wish we should get some information about number 5, but I mean, there's not a South Charleston, SID available for us to ask.
Fain in there as well defensively. Pass back to the right goes incomplete. The pass intended for McCorkle over on the far side. Alex Smith on the coverage. It'll bring up 4th down and 8. Decision time now for Coach Donnie Mays and the South Charleston Black Eagles. Obviously, you're trailing. You're going to go for it.
You run your best 9-yard play. So I'm looking for a comeback. Dunn doesn't look too comfortable passing to his right, and I bet you he wished the ball was on a different hash mark. But look for a comeback. It's either going to be a comeback on that near side or maybe a quick slant.
3 wideouts to the left, single wideout to the right. Dunn takes a snap. Steps up, fires back over to his right, looking for the receiver. McCorkle goes up for the shot. He makes the grab, incomplete, out of bounds. He did a great job going up over Alex Smith to get it, but he was out of bounds when he came down with it. Turns the ball over on downs to Cabell Midland.
And I think that was a play that Dunn wished he had back, because if he could just put the ball a little bit on the inside, that would have been a touchdown for South Charleston.
It's funny, sitting here on the sidelines and the press box, and every fan looking up to the top of the press box here in unison just a second ago.
I saw you from the parking lot, and I parked by the school.
All right, here we go. The Knights with the football for the first time here in the second half. They're on top 28-6. Here comes Moran in motion, near side, jet sweep. Moran gets a block, turns upfield, breaks a tackle to 35 to the 40, 45 to the 50. One man to beat at the 40, turns it on to the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland. Penalty flag down back at the 36-yard line.
Oh,
a holding call is going to negate it.
Wow. I tell you, I didn't see the hold, but I did see you pushing it back. I thought the Midland could have got a push in the back around probably the 45-yard line, but I didn't see the hold. I think I was lobbying for that hold call, because initially that flag was not there.
Well, it was pretty. 67 yards on that one. It'll come back.
That doesn't help. I mean, from the South Charleston standpoint, it helps that the touchdown got called back, but it doesn't help that Midland still has possession of the ball, because Midland at this point may go on one of those 8-minute possessions.
Well, mark it from the spot, 10 yards. They'll put the football back to the 26-yard line. Ball near hash mark. 1st and 22 coming up. Wolf up underneath center. Hands it off this time. Left side to Chandler Schmidt. He turns upfield, 30, 35. He's got one man to beat. He goes left side of the 50, 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15. One man at the 5. He'll carry him into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland.
He got bulldogged. Oh, my God.
All right, back-to-back big plays. This one, no penalty flags. And Chandler Schmidt gets on the scoreboard for the first time tonight at the 7:53 mark here in the third quarter.
And you wonder what effect having one player out. I mean, you take a linebacker of Dean's caliber, you replace him with a younger kid who's out here playing, a freshman, I believe, is replaced by number 22, Jaden Green. And it just seems like South Charleston's been shell-shocked since that second quarter, 4th down play.
Nethercutt with the long snap. Jackson Fatty will be the holder. Snap. Good kick. Splits the uprights. It is good. Automatic right there. 7:53 left to play. Third quarter. Cabell Midland 35. South Charleston 6. 60-second break right here on 96.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
Our bank just sold our mortgage to a company I've never even heard of before.
I didn't understand that was something that could happen.
This is an out-of-state company. Well, this isn't a decision we would have made.
Looks like our bank made it for us.
At Huntington Federal, we never sell the mortgages of those who've entrusted us with something as important as the financing of their home.
Now what do we do?
I'm going to get online and apply for a new Huntington Federal mortgage today.
Huntington Federal. Local then, local now.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market. Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
When Dental Group says go Knights.
You're listening to Midland Football on 97.9 The River.
74-yard touchdown run for Chandler Schmidt. Here's the kickoff from Olivia Charles. It'll be fielded at about the 34-yard line. And it's Roman Kellum in on the reception. It'll be 1st and 10 now for South Charleston. The Knights on top 35-6. We're at the 7:52 mark of the third quarter.
And this is where we talk about, unfortunately, Knight syndrome. It is a real thing. It happens. It's a very common thing that happens with Midland opponents is where they sort of get in this funk and they just sort of just go through the motions and they don't want to play anymore. And I kind of felt that happened a little bit on that series for Midland with those 2 long runs, and I'm interested to see offensively what happens now.
Dunn out of the shotgun, takes a snap, 4 wideouts to his right, single wide out to the left, and did they come up with the interception on that one? Goes incomplete. The pass intended on the near side for Harris, and coming up on the near side, and a great job defensively, Grayson there. He was trying to time it out right, and they both went for it, and it went down to the turf, incomplete. Jillian Grace is going to be a heck of a player for Cabell Midland.
Ooh. There's going to be 2 hands of Grace next year.
Only sophomore, that's right. Good lineage there with John.
Absolutely.
4 wideouts to the right. Dunn will keep it himself near time on the draw. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Huge, big stop for Cabell Midland, and coming up with it, it is Justice Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Lays the law down right there for Hutchinson.
See, this is getting a little chippy. Hutchinson got pushed by O-lineman, and while he got pushed, he actually kind of rolled over on Trey Dunn. So, I mean, if anything, it may have been a little taunting by Hutchinson, but the impact was caused by the South Charleston O-line pushing Hutchinson over Dunn.
Hutchinson on that defensive line along with Nemo Roberts also out there as well. It's Dylan Fan. And it's 3rd down and 11. Dunn out of the shotgun, looking to fire back towards the near side, has a receiver. He dropped it. He almost made a beautiful catch on that one. He got behind the defensive backfield that time once again for Wayne Harris, falling on his back. He could not pull it in. If he did, that would have been pretty, and that would have been a big gain for South Charleston.
And I got to tell you, that he's only a sophomore. He's good.
He's
real good.
Over 1,000 yards on the season. He is an exciting player. You know, if you look at the future for South Charleston, they've got a lot of young talent on here for Donnie Mays. They can continue to build them back into the program that they've been over the last couple of years. It's finishing ball games here lately has been the big thing for South Charleston.
And I really think if you're a South Charleston fan, this has to have you perplexed. I mean,
Edwards punts the football, gets a nice high end-over-end punt. It's going to take a bounce, and it'll be fielded right there at the 39-yard line by the Black Eagles. And coming up is Aaron Spurlock, one of the big offensive linemen for the Black Eagles.
What I was going to say, if you're a South Charleston fan, this has to be perplexing. The Spring Valley game, that can happen to anybody. That, you know, we've been on the receiving end, we've been on the giving end of that. Mm-hmm. The game that sort of set the scope for the second half of this season for South Charleston was the Riverside game.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point on, this team has not been the same.
And that's when they had a lot of the injuries starting to mount up. They had, like I said, COVID issues and other things as well. And they kind of took them out of trying to get the consistent team week in and week out, starting with that game and then a 4-game slide for the Black Eagles. All right, the ball at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Knights. Here goes Wolf. Play action, steps up, fires, has a receiver. It's Lunsford going over his shoulder. If that pass was on the mark, it would have been a touchdown. It goes incomplete.
There's a flag on the – yeah, it was kind of odd. No one moved at the line of scrimmage. It just was a one-man route. Well, I was just see what the flag is for. Holding? It's got to be holding.
Personal foul against the Knights.
Face mask. This is going to be the longest third quarter ever.
They're going to go all the way down to the 24-yard line. Personal foul. They didn't say what it is.
But it's something that happened right there at the line of scrimmage because, I mean, it wasn't a run fake. It was a straight one-man route.
Puts the football all the way back to the 24-yard line.
And Midland fans are giving the referees a hard time. I'm like, Midland's up 35-6. And these fans think that this game is a 7-6 game the way they're acting.
So first down and 24. Single setback. Handoff is to him. He goes up the middle, and that's about it. I think it was a different ball carrier that time. Let's see who gets up off the bottom of the pile. And that was Tevin Taylor. Taylor lined up as a deep tailback. Got a couple of yards. It'll bring up second down and 26.
Do you think that the Knights would pass the ball again?
Huh?
You think they'll attempt a pass play?
You can. You got a good enough of a cushion right now.
You do. And it's kind of interesting to see how it's going to go. Yeah, they are.
Alex Smith split over to the far side. Single setback is Fetty. Wolf up underneath center. Takes a snap. Play action. Now he steps up. Now rolls towards his near side. Has a receiver out of the backfield. It's Taylor. And it was Wolf trying to do the pass on the run. And he was telling his receiver to go ahead and take off. But that wasn't a pretty pass at all.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. It was supposed to have been an ISO to Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He comes off the line. He doesn't sell it. So he sort of went full speed, stopped, full speed again. And then when he went full speed the first time, the DB automatically said, okay, drop back. If he would have kind of faked, then took off, he probably would have been open.
Chandler Schmidt checks into the lineup. Isaiah Hagley comes off towards the near side with 5:48 left to play in this third quarter. 35-6 our score. Wideouts either way. Here goes Wolf, runs the option to the left, keeps it himself, turns upfield to the 30, 35, gets a block on the outside of the 40. We got a penalty flag coming in as Wolf gets all the way up close to the first down marker. The penalty flag.
It's going to be on Dom maybe for holding.
Is going to be back at about the 43-yard line. It is holding call against the Knights.
So it's going to should be what, 3rd and 10?
It would have been enough for the first down.
So it should be 3rd and 10 now. Because it looks like the penalty would have been.
It's going to mark it 10 from the spot of the foul.
Okay, I thought
so
it
it's going to go
50.
back.
So it's going to be 3rd and 15.
Should be 3rd and about.
Let's see. It's from It's going to be at the 32 now. Yeah.
But if it's 10 from the spot, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. My math. I was a journalism major. So
it's okay.
There you go.
You know bylines. You know bylines here.
3rd down at 23. Negates a pretty good run there. Matter of fact, it would have been really close for a first down. 3rd.
The game 3rd and 18 now.
Yep. Dominic Schmidt splits out towards the near side. Alex Smith lines up as a wing back on the near side as well.
Double pass.
There goes Tevin Taylor on the jet sweep, rolling towards the near side, gets a block, turns upfield, gets across the 35 to the 40. He'll get wrapped up and brought down as he gets across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. He'll be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down, so give him 11 on the run. Actually, give him 16 on the run to bring that 4th down and 2.
I really like the counter here with Chandler. I think that's been their bread and butter, or keeper with Wolf.
Fetty, single setback. Tevin Taylor to the left. Chandler Schmidt towards the near side as the wing back. Here goes Tevin Taylor, and South Charleston's going to jump off sides. They'll get the first down that way for the Knights.
We like that too.
They'll mark off 5. And first down for the Knights with 4:34 left to play in the third quarter.
I think this fan base would have exploded if he would have called it a legal procedure. Legal procedure.
First and 10 from the 48-yard line. To the right of the midfield stripe as the Knights go from left to right. Alex Smith split out to the wide side left. Out of the wishbone. Hand off Tevin Taylor. Taylor working behind the block, still powering his way down. Gets across the 45 and down to about the 42-yard line. Pickup of about 6 yards on the play, brings up 2nd down and 4.
So if you're Midland, do you play the starters in the 4th quarter if you score?
Nah. You start letting them rest and get ready for what's going to be a road trip next week up to Morgantown to take on University.
But it's their last game here.
Yep.
I say they're playing the all 4, all 4 quarters.
Left side is Alex Smith, the wide side of the field. Tevin Taylor, and we got a man jumping off sides. He falls out of his stance. Five-yard penalty, should be another 1st down.
And I got to tell you, I don't think Midland likes that because on that particular play, he kind of went low a little bit.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, I know it. They're not looking at us.
I know they weren't looking at us.
They're looking at the coaches.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the coaches.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the South Charleston coaches are getting into it with the group over here. It's not a very healthy dialogue to get into.
Wingbacks either way. Fetty single setback. Ball near hash mark. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Wolf takes a snap. Looking to get his first completion. Fires back towards the near side. Has a receiver. Lunsford has it go through his hands. He turned around to his right and went right through his hands, but it was a perfect placement of the football.
Michael Lunsford and his tight end coach are going to be throwing balls.
And Lunsford all year has been automatic when you throw the ball to him.
Well, like I said, I think it's the lighting. I really do, because Midland has not played a game in these types of conditions all season. We've been very fortunate.
Well, we finished up at night, so I don't know if.
Yeah, but they're usually not playing. The starters haven't played the 4th quarter except for 2 games.
Well, we still got 3:26 here in the 3rd. Chandler Schmidt, handoff left side, works behind the block, turns upfield, gets across the 30, outside, 25-20, up to the 10, 5, dives towards the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland.
We got an injured player.
37 yards this time for Chandler Schmidt. Those jet sweeps have been money here all night tonight for Cabell Midland.
Absolutely. And I think it's just a lack of experience in this defensive. You know, this is a new defensive scheme that they're running for this particular game.
Olivia Charles on to attempt the extra point. Nethercutt, the long snapper. Fetty, the holder. Snap is up. Kick is good. 42-6 our score. We're back after the 60-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
Wish you see breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
What's this, Wendy's? Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
My name is Deshaun and I am a success.
My name is Braxton and I'm a success.
Friday, I got my spelling words right. P-A-R-T-Y.
I was at a math test and I didn't really get it that well. My teacher, she told me something and I got it. And I aced the math test and I was excited.
To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
We're your home for Cabell Midland football. 97.9 The River.
Olivia Charles kicks it off from left to right. It's fielded by the Black Eagles at about the 20-yard line, bring it up to about the 27-yard line. And on the return that time for the Black Eagles, I believe that's Wayne Harris on the return. And so give him about 7 on that one. 1st and 10 now for the Black Eagles at the 29-yard line. Black Eagles moving pretty slowly out there right now. They're trailing by 42-6, score with 3:09 left to play in this 3rd quarter. 2 wideouts either way. Dunn out of the shotgun. Hands off to, fakes it, rolls out to his right, has open real estate, gets across the 35 to the 40. Gets stood up at the 45-yard line, and about 6 red jerseys there on the stop for the Knights. First and 10 now for the Black Eagles. Middle of that field was just wide open.
Yeah, but you see how he's getting up? He's not feeling the same way he felt.
I mean, he's been a workhorse tonight.
Yeah,
he has carried the Black Eagle team.
Yeah, he's not feeling the same way he felt before he took that run.
The ice bath is going to feel good tonight. 2 wide outside the way. Done out of the shotgun. Wears a glove on his left hand. He'll use it. Now tucks upfield. Gets across the 50. 45 to the 40 on the draw play to the 30. Breaks it out to the outside. Cuts back to his left. He'll be wrapped up and brought down to the 28-yard line. Another huge gain. This time he goes for about 20, almost 25 yards.
So let's see. What's going on with Midland that they're making some adjustments? Well,
they're bringing back the –
yeah, I was going to say they had a number 2 D-line in. So they were probably missing some keys, and it looks like some of the linebacking core has been swapped out as well.
Back-to-back 20-plus yard plays there for Dunn. Gives them first and 10 down to about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. I get 28, 27. 2 wide outside the way. Dunn takes a snap, fires back over to his right, one-on-one to the receiver in the corner. Bobbled, incomplete. Alex Smith stayed there right there with the receiver all the way down and knocked it out of his hands. Chris McCorkle was the intended receiver, but credit Alex Smith on the coverage that time. Fantastic.
Yeah, because he was beat.
Yep.
But he didn't,
He didn't get up on it.
Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
He didn't bring the catch in.
But Alex Smith knocking it in there and getting it loose. Official stopping play here for a moment so we get a football placed. Second down and 10 from the 28-yard line. 2:02 left to play here in this third quarter. 2 wide outside the way for Dunn. Dunn out of the shotgun. Looks back to his right, gets the play call. Steps up, fakes the handoff, looking to pass the football. Now under pressure, rolls over to the far side. He'll be wrapped up and brought down. The helmet flies off of one of the players from the backside, but it was on the stop. Giapalo in on the stop.
Yeah, this helmet came off. It wasn't touched. His helmet just came off. And they're upset over that.
They're going to say Nemo ripped it off, but
he didn't. I'd say Nemo does lots of things that are Nemo-like, but none of them has ever crossed the line.
Giapalo in there on the big stop that time. He's been a nice spark defensively here tonight for the Knights. So third down and about 22 coming up. Dunn out of the shotgun, trips to his left, single wide out to his right, the short side of the field. High snap, pulled down, steps up, fires back over to his right. It's going to be intercepted on the far side. Penalty flags are going to come in. This one might be coming back. Tevin Taylor on the reception, brings it up across the 40, 45 to the 50, 45 to the 40, far side, 30, 25, 20. He breaks the tackle there to the 10, goes into the end zone, but it's going to come back, I believe. Got a penalty flag over on the far side, 2 of them.
My gosh, there's a lot going on that play.
It was a heck of a run back by Tevin Taylor. They're going to call pass interference against the Knights.
You know, we talked about Trey Dunn and the effort that he gives. He actually tried to make a tackle, and he ran up against Hutch. And the crazy thing about it is Trey Dunn took Hutch down, but he took him down by the face mask. I guess he's saying, I got to make his tackle.
Pass interference against Cabell Midland.
No, they're switching. They're bringing players out, so they're going to say after the play.
No, it was pass interference. They're going to bring it back. They've already signaled pass interference.
No, but I was going to say the offense. Oh, did they switch out?
They just rotated players around.
Because I thought I saw Lunsford in there. I do see Lunsford in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got Fetty back out there as well, but they're giving a little bit of a breather to a couple of the players. So pass interference. The flags are at about the 23-yard line.
But there's no first down.
Yep.
So
then a dead ball. No, sorry. Saying.
All right, so it was 3rd and 28 before. Now they're saying with 3rd and 22. So it should be 3rd and 7 at the 25.
Yeah, it should be 3rd down.
3rd down. Yeah, 3rd and 7.
Actually,
well, they got him marked
I'm
at
going
the
to
wrong.
say 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, they got him marked at the wrong spot.
Yeah. Here goes Dunn. Hand off onto the right side. Once again to Miller, trying to turn upfield. He goes nowhere. His little hesitation is not working out too well. He's waiting for something to open up for him.
He's a power back.
Well, his power gotten pushed back. He lost a yard on the play. It'll bring up 4th down. And now 7. Actually going to give him back to credit to the line of scrimmage. So 4th and 6 coming up.
Oh, this is a fake. Actually, no, check us out. They're trying to figure out which way to go. They want to go to 6 on this play, but he's lining up on the inside slot. So look for him maybe to do an option route here.
They're going to go one-on-one up to the right side, on top of the again. They're trying to go for the big man. Let's see if they go back 4 from McCorkle.
I'm going with number 6.
There goes Dunn. Long snap count. Takes a snap, steps up, fires back in the middle. You talked about it. He goes towards the inside for the receiver on the slant with Harris, and he makes the grab.
Oh, that was an easy situation. What, are they blowing this dead?
Illegal formation against South Charleston will bring it back.
And I tell you what it was number 6 and the outside receiver. They could not figure out what was going on. So the outside receiver.
Who was on the line, and they were covered up. Yeah.
He was asking him where to go. And I think that probably what you have here is, again, with the personnel changing due to whatever reason, you have players that are playing unfamiliar positions at a critical point in the game.
Clock continues to roll now, 4th and 11. Here goes Dunn, steps up, fires back over to his right, has a receiver making the grabs. He'll be short of the 1st down.
Turnover on downs.
And it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Knights on the 20-yard line with 15.9 seconds left to play in this 3rd quarter. Alex Smith brings him down. You're going to give him the cushion. You're going to let McCorkle make the grab, but you're going to keep him short of the 1st down.
So this is, the ball is going to be placed
at the 20.
20.
Yep.
Okay.
1st and 10 for the Knights.
They're going power. Student body right.
Yeah, they bring in Isaiah Hagley, double tight end set. Single setback is Fetty. Here goes Moran on the jet sweep, coming towards the near side, working his way across the middle. This time, South Charleston not going to let him get away. He gets wrapped up and brought down. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. On the stop is Tyleek Tinsley for the Black Eagles. 4th quarter coming up. The Knights on top, 42-6. Should have a running clock in the 4th quarter. We're back after the 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
At Advantage Toyota, we're making life a little easier.
Celebrate Christmas with the Village of Lights through Barboursville Park. Coming this December, a one-way driving tour of Christmas lights through Barboursville Park, beginning at the main entrance, ending at the soccer complex. Admission is free. However, local nonprofits will be accepting donations. The Village of Lights from the Village of Barboursville at Barboursville Park.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything on the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
Time at 979theriver.com.
All right, 4th quarter. Knights have it 2nd down and 5. And the officials are letting the players know it's a running clock here in the 4th quarter, so we'll get things rolling. Officials giving instructions to both sides of the line. 2nd down and 5 for the Knights. Wolf will send a man in motion. That is Mason Moran. Nope, check that play action. It's Wolf going to fire downfield looking for Alex Smith. He makes the grab at the 42-yard line. Came back for it, and he might pay for that when he went down to the turf.
Oh, no.
He gets up. He's hobbled a little bit. He'll come off towards the near side.
I got to be honest with you. It looked like his knee popped. The way he went down, because he planted his leg and he went his body shifted the other way.
He's getting some help coming off towards the near side.
That's a leg injury,
and
though.
The official's going to stop play to stop the clock. for an injury, and that's one of the reasons why you get
carry him, fellas. Pick him up.
One of the reasons why they stopped the clock here in the running clock fourth quarter.
Yeah, they should have picked him up and carried him over.
Smith is coming off towards the near side. Training staff talking to Alex as he gets some help.
Yeah, that's a knee.
Yeah, he's bobbled a little bit. So he'll come off towards the near side. Dominic Schmidt will check in for him. The Knights will have it 1st and 10 from the 40. Great pass and catch that time on the first completion of the night for Ryan Wolf.
Yeah, but that was a costly completion because Smith's benefit in the return game as well as on a defensive.
Yeah. We'll see how it works out for him. They'll work with him on the near sideline. Ball far hash mark. Schmidt splits out towards the near side. Quick pitch coming towards Chandler Schmidt. Stutter steps, gets across the 40, near sideline, gets a Blake block on the outside, gets across the 30, 20, and he gets tripped up as he works his way down to about the 19-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Dalen Fawcett, and they're on the stop. Another first down for the Knights.
So, we had that conversation about how long guys are going to play. I think that clock has ended after the series. Yeah, this is going to be it. Number one, see you guys enjoy it because you're coming out.
Single setback is Fetty. Here goes Moran in motion, and South Charleston's going to jump off sides again. God love that kid. He's had a hard night tonight and jumping off sides.
Yeah, he's
playing to play aggressive, just a little too aggressive.
Well, and I think part of the problem is, they know coming into this they were underdogs. So you have to take everything that you got. You got to have things break your way. And they broke their way in the first quarter, but then it started going really bad.
Clock continues to roll. 9:50 left to play. Rolling clock fourth quarter. Knights on top, 42-6. First down and 5. Ball at the 15-yard line. Wolf up underneath center, sends Moran in motion. Quick pitches to him. Moran trying to turn back across the middle. It stood up there as he gets down to about the 12-yard line. He'll get thrown down to the turf all the way back beyond the line of scrimmage, but progress down to the 12. Hunter Withrow in on the stop for the senior.
Has Fetty scored tonight?
Fetty has not scored tonight.
Oh, Fetty's got to score tonight. I think Wolf took Fetty's touchdowns.
All right, so second down and about 2 with 9 minutes left to play. Clock continuing to roll here in this fourth quarter. Knights taking as much time off the clock as they can. Play clock down to 10 when they break the huddle. Dominic Schmidt splits out towards the near side. Fetty single setback. He'll line up towards the near side of the line. Here goes Dominic Schmidt. Actually, Chandler Schmidt in motion. Taylor steps out, gets it to Lunsford right side. Lunsford turns upfield, gets enough for the first down, thrown out of bounds. So Lunsford does get the completion. Second completion of the night here for Ryan Wolf. And he gives the Knights a first down and keeps it inside the 9. So first and goal coming up with 8.5 minutes left to play.
I got to tell you, Alex Smith is walking the sidelines, not as well as he did. He's trying to get back in the game.
Yeah. He's a player. He wants to play.
There's no way. He is on the coach already.
First and goal now for the Knights. Clock rolls down to 8:12 left to play on a rolling clock.
And the thing about it is he's walking with a noticeable hobble, but he's still trying to lobby to get back in this game.
Wingbacks either way. Dominic Schmidt splits out towards the near side. Here goes Wolf rolling out to his right, passes the football to the end zone. Goes to Lunsford, the back of the end zone. He'll make the grab. Touchdown, Cabell Midland. Ryan Wolf excited on that one. 8-yard touchdown pass to Lunsford.
There's no lights in that corner. There's no lights in that corner, so I think Lunsford was able to get that one.
Ryan Wolf, 2. Michael Lunsford. Confetti's fired up. 48-6 is our score. Field goal or extra point is up, and it is good. 7:13 left to play. Clock continues to roll. We're back after this 30-second timeout right here on 97.9 The River.
When others treat your fries as an afterthought, all you're left
Hey,
with
do me a
are
favor
cold-
real quick.
What do you need?
That's
Go
why
over
Wendy's
to
scoop fries are ones you
At any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
8-yard touchdown pass from Ryan Wolf to Michael Lunsford. Olivia Charles perfect on our extra points tonight, making the score Cabell Midland 49, South Charleston 6 as the clock continues to roll. Teeing it up at the 40-yard line, kicking from right to left. There goes Olivia with her kick coming towards the near side. And a fair catch made over there on the far side by Roland Kellen. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 now for the Black Eagles. Ball at the 41-yard line after the fair catch call. And Dunn will come out of his shotgun as he breaks the huddle. Play clock is off. Game clock down to 5:20. Continues to roll. Dunn takes a snap. Left side handoff coming towards the near side, and he'll be wrapped up and brought down there by Emilio Miller. That's going to be a loss of 1 on the play for Miller.
Tackle is by number 93 for Midland, Jordan Ellie.
Ely on the stop. As you got a lot of fresh jerseys out there for the Knights right now. Dominic Schmidt and actually Mason Moran and Chandler Schmidt are still out there. Dunn with 4 wideouts to his left, single wideout to his right. Taking the snap, looks to his left, now steps up under pressure, rolls to his left, has all the time in the world. He throws it deep downfield, has a receiver. He makes the grab over at about the 40-yard line, and he'll be forced out of bounds over there by Dominic Schmidt. It was Harris on the reception.
I was going to say, who's number 15 for us? I don't have him on my roster sheet.
It was Gimpolo.
I was going to say, he ran around the guard, ran around the tackle, tagged with the center, and still almost got the pressure.
1st and 10 now for the Black Eagles. The ball at the 39-yard line. 3, make it 4 wideouts towards the near side, empty backfield with Dunn. Dunn looks back to his left, gets the play call. Game clock down to 3:50. Gives the instructions out. Game clock or play clock down to 15. Game clock down to close to 3.5. There goes left side now for Dunn. Has open field, works behind a big blocker, and he'll get down close to the first down marker. Matter of fact, he'll make it down to the 30-yard line, be a yard shy. Trying to work behind big James Butts back there, the 6'3", 340 offensive guard. Ely in there on the stop once again for the Knights. 2nd and 1 coming up. Clock rolls down to 3:15 left to play in regulation. Knights look like they'll be hitting the road next week, taking on University. Not sure which day or time. They'll set that on Sunday morning up in Parkersburg. There goes Dunn out of the backfield all by himself. Steps up, fires back to his left, has a receiver, and turns upfield. He'll get knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Once again, Wayne Harris on the reception.
How many people do you think will be going to Morgantown from here?
Probably be a pretty good contingent heading up.
How many other people that were going to Morgantown are going to be wearing blue and gold?
Well, we'll see, because the game could be played either Friday night at 7:30, Saturday at 1:30, or Saturday at 7:30. Out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, fires back towards the end zone, goes up, and he makes the grab over the receiver. Touchdown. That's a heck of a catch that time. And by Taylor.
All right, fella.
Check that by Wayne Harris, who made the reception. Trey Dunn on the pass, and Harris there on the reception. That was actually a really nice catch.
I know, but was the ball spin necessary? That's what the referee asked him. He said, son, you're spinning the ball.
All right, they're going for 2.
How long was that?
20-yard touchdown pass. Dunn will go out of the shotgun. 3 wideouts to his right. Takes a snap. Fires back to the end zone, and it goes incomplete. Intended over there for Harris once again. Good coverage by the Knights. We're going to keep it right here with 90 seconds left on a rolling clock.
All right. So
49-12, by the way, folks.
And I'm watching to see when the man shuts the book. But we have to announce this.
What's that?
It's unfortunate that this is going to be on the road, but next week there's a special occasion. It's Dennis Ball's 500th game as official statistician.
That's awesome indeed. Congratulations on that.
And, folks, if you guys have never met Mr. Ball, he's going to be upset that I called him Mr. Ball, then you're missing one of the true treasures of high school football because the man is a walking encyclopedia. And he is shutting his book.
He's out of here.
Yeah, when the book is shut, the game is over.
Well, they did stop the clock with 1:18 left to play.
It don't make a difference. He shut the book. It's Alex.
All right, get ready to kick it off.
Smith's back out there on kickoff return. Huh.
He's feeling good. All right, the Knights giving the football back with 1:18, trying to figure out what's going on here with South Charleston.
They don't have a kicker. And they're still looking for a kicker.
No, the kicker's not out there either. They couldn't find a tee. They'd already packed it up. All right, get the tee out there. Now they get ready to tee it up and kick it off with 1:18 left to play. The clock would continue to roll. So for the Knights, they'll get the ball back. We'll see if they actually run a play or if they decide to just take the knee to wrap it up. Now the clock starts rolling.
They don't know what to do here.
Chase Edwards kick it off, taking his time. Edwards on the approach.
There we go.
He's going to keep it on the ground. Touches one of the players. It bounces all the way back to Alex Smith. Picks it up at the 15. He'll go down to a knee and stop it right there at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights with 40 seconds left.
Do you run a play?
They may not have to because they have not set the ball yet. And we're down to 34, 32, 31. And, yeah, they're not going to have to.
I don't know. They're lining up.
They're lining up, but they don't have to. 21 seconds left.
Let's see if he calls it. No, he's not going to.
Yeah, he's just going to let the clock roll down, and the Knights are going to come away with a 49-12 victory over the South Charleston Black Eagles, as the Knights will move on to the next round of the West Virginia Class AAA playoffs next week, taking on University. We'll find out on Sunday if it will be a Friday night game or a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday night game. We'll find that out on Sunday, so just kind of stay tuned for that. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll put the wraps on tonight's matchup. Once again, Cabell Midland 49, South Charleston 12. We're back after this break right here on 97.9 The River.
Even more money is flying out.
All right, Lowell, talk to me, buddy.
Over $5,000 5 nights a week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday games start at 6:30, and they're taking things to the next level every Saturday and Sunday by adding two $1,000 games to the pack. That's right.
Lowell. You see breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
My name is Deshaun and I am a success.
My name is Braxton and I'm a success.
Friday, I got my spelling words right. P-A-R-T-Y.
I was at a math test and I really didn't really get it that well. My teacher, she told me something and I got it, and I aced the math test, and I was excited.
To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
Love to do the same for you. So give us a call at 304.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell, Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the marching knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and Cabell County Schools, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus, your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find the coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road in Huntington. Dawson Thompson Oil Company, 1746 Virginia Avenue in Huntington, celebrating 60 years of serving the tri-state. For your petroleum needs, think Dawson Thompson Oil. Kids Sale. Tri-state parents and grandparents, Alex and the Kids Sale staff are getting ready for the next Kids Sale. Visit KIDSSALE.net for upcoming sale dates, locations, or to be a consigner. And by KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print, KINDREDCom.net.
Are you nervous? I trust Huntington Federal. I believe in them, and I think they believe in us.
There it is. Hey, David.
Well, are you both together?
We're sitting here in front of our new dream home.
Well, I think we just made your dreams come true. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Huntington Federal, making dreams come true.
Here we go.
On 97.9, The River.
Welcome back, everybody. Big win tonight for the Cabell Midland Knights, 49-12 over the South Charleston Black Eagles. The Knights will move on to the second round of the West Virginia Class AAA playoffs, taking on University coming up next week. We'll know Sunday if it will be either Friday night, Saturday afternoon, or Saturday night up in Morgantown. So stay tuned for that. But a big deal for the Knights tonight, as they had 2 players over 100 yards in rushing. Chandler Schmidt, 10 carries, 196 yards, and 2 touchdowns. It was Mason Moran, 7 carries, 117 yards, and 1 touchdown on the night. And then it was, so we said, 196 for Chandler Schmidt, 2 touchdowns, 85 yards for Ryan Wolf, and 3 touchdowns. Mason Moran, 117 and 1 touchdown. Jackson Fetty, quiet night, only 9 carries, 45 yards, all of which coming in the first half. And Tevin Taylor, 3 carries, 28 yards. 3 of 8 passing on the night for Ryan Wolf. That 1 touchdown pass going to Michael Lunsford. And it was all Cabell Midland tonight there, Kent.
Absolutely. And, how sweet it is, I guess what Jackie Gleason used to say, but I tell you, if Midland could, they would have played that game last year in a parking lot. And for all the players who missed this opportunity, this, I think, was for them.
Yeah.
This is for the seniors on this team who've given 4 years. And, the realization for a lot of them, they're singing the alma mater. I don't think that they realize that this may be a situation where – they may never, ever come back and see the Block M, at least not in uniform. So they're taking it in, but I would imagine there's going to be a lot of photos taken tonight, just candid photos maybe of the players and their families, just to remember all the memories that they've had here. But it's not over, but we may not be back here for another game.
Yeah, unless something happens with Huntington High.
Yes.
If we can get by next week and then Huntington High. If not, next week, University, if we can get the victory there, Huntington High gets a win. It'll be a semifinal matchup up at Bob Sang Stadium with Huntington High and Midland for the semifinals.
Oh, absolutely.
So, but you take it 1 week at a time. You got
Absolutely.
University coming up this week, and like we said, we won't know what day that game will be played. So a big thanks to everybody. Thanks to the boosters here at Cabell Midland High School for taking care of us as always. Thanks to Coach Luke Sammons and his staff. And also thanks to Athletic Director Chris Parsons for the accommodations for tonight. Thanks to all of you tuned in not only on the radio right here on 97.9 The River, but also too on our video productions presentation tonight of our KINDRED Digital High School Game of the Week, brought to you by Marshall Orthopedics and Marshall Sports Medicine. For Lowell Austin back in the studio, Kent Bryson, I'm Jason Toy saying once again our final score tonight, Cabell Midland, big win, 49-12 over South Charleston. Moving on to the second round of the playoffs next week. We'll find out Sunday what day we play as the Knights will take on University. Have a great weekend, everybody.